Everyone, what's going on? It's Michael with Walk the Path. I'm here with Devon Blythe today. So tell us a little bit more about what you're doing.
Okay. So yes, I am a massage therapist at Massage Envy, and I also do work on the side. I am termed a Swedish massage therapist at Massage Envy because that's kind of what the company promotes, more of the spa relaxation feel, which is what most people think about massage.
Right. And that's what I always thought about.
Right. Little do you know, there's so many more elements to massage therapy. I like to term myself more of a pain relief specialist. I don't really do the relaxation part of massage very often. I can perform it, but I like to see more of a pain relief, stress relief benefit from my massages in particular. And so that's what I try and put forth in all of my massages at Massaging.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about how you got to this point, why this interests you, why is this even important for somebody to do, and then also if you want to get into what you see for yourself down the road.
Okay. It took me a long time to get to this point. I didn't wake up and say I wanted to be a massage therapist and kind of get into more of the holistic side of medicine. I think there's a lot of, I don't know what that is, there's a lot of people who aren't educated enough on it, so they have these negative judgments on it. Also, we live in a fast-paced society. We're used to quick fixes, and quick fixes usually ultimately lead to
do a lot of those.
Right, so they lead to like, you're masking the problem, you're not fixing the root of it. And I started out as actually a double major in political science and international relations. And so that has nothing to do with the body or medical field whatsoever. But going into that, my heart was always to help people. At the end of it, I wanted to be someone and do something that I could help somebody with. At the time, that was more on the political sides of things.
Sure.
And I got scared from it. It was very intense. There's a lot of corruption and negative energy and that kind of work, and it just wasn't for me. And then I turned to a couple other different majors, and then I looked into chiropractic. So I was a pre-chiropractic major for a while. And I was really into how chiropractors were able to manipulate the body and give you relief immediately. And I wanted to know more how that worked and how like your leg could be connected to your shoulder and how your foot is going to be connected to the top of your head and things like that. I was very intrigued by things like that, and realized that I was just drawn to helping people more so hands-on and in the medical field. Anatomy and physiology blows my mind. So
Awesome.
I got into that and I did a little bit of research, and I didn't know anyone who was a massage therapist. In fact, I had maybe 2 massages before I decided to get a massage. So I wasn't very, I got massages all the time and this, that, and the other. I looked into it and I really liked the core about massage. Massage has been around for thousands of years. It wasn't necessarily term massage, but there are records of the ancient, Chinese people who have practiced manipulations on them for pain relief. And so something that has been around that long has to have some type of actual benefit and work to it, you know?
Right.
So that also intrigued me. I went to massage school, completed the program, and learned a lot about, relieving stress and tension, but more in a Swedish spa type of feel. And then I got my job at Massage Envy, and I started to look into things I could do further with that. And realized that I wanted to be able to incorporate massage therapy, but several other different things and ailments and health benefits for people. And ultimately I came up with ending in being a DO, so an osteopathic physician, which is similar to an MD. Not very many people are familiar with DOs, but do the same thing as an MD, just a little extra stuff. And so yeah, I'm currently in school. I'm pre-med, or I'm a neuropsych major, but with the end goal to be a DO.
Awesome.
But massage therapy was literally one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. The people that I get to connect with, the things that I get to learn, how I can help people with immediately over just a couple sessions, how I can connect with them not just through talking with them, but healing them and seeing that benefit. It gives me so much gratitude, and just I'm so thankful that I can actually do this for somebody, so
awesome.
It's great. And it not very many people can say that they get up and go to work and they're excited and they're happy to go to work, and I'm one of those people.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So that's one of my other questions. That's probably what is kind of the best part about what you do. That sounds like
Yeah,
pretty much
definitely.
hit it right there.
It's pretty much being able to see the fruits of my labor and my
Sure.
hard work, and see how people can come back to me and say, oh my gosh, my hip feels better, and that thing you did with my neck, I don't feel it anymore, my headaches are gone, or my inflammation in, my back is reduced. And to hear those things and to know that I had a part in doing that really, really makes me happy. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Have there been any challenges, or what would you say has maybe been the not so fun part of your journey?
Not so fun. I wouldn't say no. I mean, there are always some type of what do I want to say? Maybe
Challenges,
challenges.
struggles.
Yeah, with anything that you do, you have to be passionate about it, and sometimes you can get burnt out. Especially if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, which is why I like to switch it up from people and kind of make it really one-on-one experience, and not kind of carry it into do the same thing with each client. Because as a therapist, if you're doing 8 hours of massage and it's the exact same thing, and you're doing that 30 hours a week for a year, it's gonna get boring eventually. So that's something that I had to learn over time, is to kind of there are several different types of modalities. Learn them, get into them, see what you can do, see how you can switch it up. Also, it's very demanding physically on the body. So good body mechanics is something that you really need to be aware of and continue to educate yourself on. And getting massages yourself as a therapist, not only to help relieve the tension that you've built up in your body, but to kind of, rejuvenate yourself mentally and emotionally, because in the room with your client, they feel your energy. And if your energy is off, they're going to know through your touch. And not very many therapists are aware of that either. And I think that's why I have a lot of clients that come back to me, is because I focus a lot on the energy that I give them. Because if I give them good, positive energy, I'm going to give them a good massage, and they're going to have a good experience, and ultimately they're going to have positive and good benefits. So.
And you have a pretty nice following so far at Massage MD right now?
I do, yeah, I do. Thankfully, and my side clientele is building up as well, so I'm very, very thankful for that. Yes.
Awesome. Tell me this: what type of advice would you give to somebody who's starting out on their path, whatever that might be?
As in massage therapy, or in general?
Well, just in general, and then we can talk about what advice would you have for somebody who's interested in getting into what you're doing.
Okay. In general, people who are venturing out on new things, be positive and be optimistic. And change is scary for a lot of people, and you have to realize, and I know everyone says this, you only live once kind of thing, but it's really true, and I hold that really close to me, because I'm never going to get right now back. I'm never going to get yesterday back. And so I try and put all of what I can into each day, so I can say at the end of the day, I didn't have any regrets not doing this or not doing that. And it comes with some sacrifice. You gotta, crunched down and handle your priorities, and sometimes that's hard, or losing your motivation. I also look into myself for motivation, because I feel like if you look for someone to motivate you, it's going to be hard to complete anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to definitely have a drive and a passion. And doing something for money or to please somebody else is going to be hard to complete and do. So my number one thing that I recommend with completing anything and moving on to something new in your life is to have that drive within yourself and that motivation within yourself before you look for that with anybody else.
Awesome. Another question. How do you connect with God?
Okay, so a little history on that. I grew up in a very religious-bound household. I went to church like 3 times a week. I was that kid. That stuff but as I got older, I think because it was kind of so forced to me as I was younger, I kind of shied away from it. And I had a lot of questions that people couldn't answer, and it kind of made me distant with God. And as I've grown older, out of, like your teen years, your rebellious years, stuff like that, and through massage therapy, I've been able to reconnect with God, which I'm very thankful for. And massage therapy, I think, and I'm not going to put all the credit on massage therapy, but massage therapy has opened a lot of doors within meditation and self-awareness and looking in the mirror and evaluating myself. And through that, I was able to reconnect with God and lean on Him in times of trouble, and lean on Him when, I need, good energy boost, or I need to get some negative energy off of me, and I can go to Him and pray and get kind of refreshed from Him. And I think through my experience with massage therapy and opening the door for meditation and yoga and things like that, it's helped me reconnect and become closer with God. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me this. What is one quirky thing about you?
Well, just one. Just one.
Keep it to one. Unless you want to share one.
Quirky thing about me. Let's see. Well, I ramble. I ramble way too much. Not that you might have noticed. I am a super nerd, but in a good way. Like, I'd rather, bury my head into like a book and learn something, and my brain's always on the go. And people look at me like, do you ever just sit down like a normal person and just watch TV or something? Like, is that a real thing? Do you do that? No, I don't remember the last time I went to a movie theater. I'm that person. So people think that's kind of weird and quirky, but I look at it as a positive and just somebody who wants to learn and wants to grow and, continue to better myself. So some people look at it as a quirky thing, but I look at it as a positive.
Sure. You're in love with what you do.
I do. I am. Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to share with everyone?
Just the last thing, don't be so close-minded with thinking massage therapy is just like spa-like, retreat, relaxation, because there's so many other elements to it and so many other benefits to massage therapy. So be open to it and look into it, because it can really be beneficial for everybody.
Awesome. Cool. So go get some body work done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Devon. I really appreciate it. And I'll post a link, so if anybody wants to connect with her, they can. And again, this is Michael with Walk the Path. Thanks, everybody.